friend. Might have peed a little bit. This marketplace fine. Alright guys, so we're back from Rod Run. Back in the garage. Today's Tuesday. Took yesterday off from the garage. To catch up on a little bit of sleep. After coming back to work, I was a little wore out yesterday after I got home. After being off work for a week. But anyway, we are back. And while we were Rod Run, I spent a lot of money down there. Mainly because all of this was waiting on the porch when I got home. And it's for this old girl. We got till October 19th for my buddy Dan's end of the year show. And it's about a month away. But with everything else I got going on, I got about maybe 2 weekends free to get this thing to spin the tires. So yeah. So we're gonna get boogieing on this. I'm gonna try to film as much as I can and take you guys along while we're making it work. I got steering column from Speedway. They make really nice, cheap, basic hot rod steering columns. That's what I've had in the Max since I built it, and it's done great. Front steering and ball joint and whatnot rebuild, Ching Wang. And then we got all this stuff over here. I think this box is a charge air cooler. The rest I really don't know what I ordered. So let me get you on the tripod here and do a little unboxing and see what we got. Got a knife. Let's see what we got. It's a good blade. Alright, first package. It's in another package. It's like Christmas morning, the anticipation. Double wrapped socks. What is it? A wastegate flange for the old Turbski. And I'll lay everything out on the table here. We got, rip this one, probably sharper than the knife. Christmas morning. Turbo oil feed line. I've got one, but that one's longer. Mine's too short. Welding V-bands. Charge air cooler piping and to finish the exhaust. Got 4 of them bad boys. What's we got in this one? Ooh. World-renowned Sun Song. Oh, very good. It's gonna be a great one. Front brake hoses. This one's from Kentucky. Oh, double boxed again. Thank you, eBay or Amazon. You're really saving the environment. It would have been too hard to put a sticker in this one. Brake pads. Got a little bit of everything in this order. I was thinking of pretty much everything I needed to finish it up just to get it to run and do burnouts for the show. It's not going to be road legal. It's not going to have any lights. No creature comforts whatsoever. Heck, I might not even have gauges in the thing. Just hoping and praying with the skinny pedal down. I think these are brake calipers. Oh, look, boxes and boxes again. Tis the brake calipers. Alright, put those with the brake pads. And I knew this one was a charged intercooler because it was intercooler on the box. Nice little guy. It'll fit in there really nice. Yep. Last but not least, I think this is going to be a smorgasbord of random things that I bought from Amazon. All jumbled into one box. What we got here? What do we got? Hood latches. Just rat rod. What's that sound? Oh, leaf spring purchase. I'm getting a rear axle. I don't know if you can see me or not. I don't even know where the camera's pointing. I don't know if I said this or not, but the rear axle and suspension that's going in this is coming out of 2005 Chevy Silverado, and the frame is a lot narrower than the frame that it's coming off of, so I got these purchased. We're going to cut the purchase off that axle and weld these ones on in the frame with, and we're going to use leaf springs, hangers, and everything from the Silverado, and just put these purchase on. So there's that. The last one. Let's see what we got. Like I said, I don't even remember half the stuff I ordered. I was just clicking buy now. I need that, buy now. I need that, buy now. Ford financial plan. Oh, this is a suspension drop kit. It was like $20, I think, on Amazon. Just in case I needed it, and it sat too high in the back. I don't even know if we're going to use it, but for $30, I have it if I need it. I don't know how you make all this 3/16 plate brackets, and then powder coat them, and sell them, and ship them with free shipping for $20 to $30. But it's impressive. Even if I just cut the metal that it's in this up and use it for something else, it's still worth the $20 to $30 that I spent on it. So that's that. But probably, I don't know what we're going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and say probably get the steering all done. Get the front clip off here. Put all the steering stuff in. Brake calipers, ball joints, blah, 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 blah. And do that. And then we're going to move over to the steering column. We're going to get that in. We got to change the front cover out on the engine. I believe I said that in the last video because I put the turbo drain feed on the wrong side and it's not accessible. So we got a new front cover that's got a 90 coming out of it. That is sitting up there on the roof. And then the oil drain feed line is going to come right in. What else? We got to finish the exhaust. Crossover pipe from manifold to manifold. And yeah, so there's that. Mount the charge air cooler, get the charge air cooler piping, put the radiator in, do the radiator piping, and I think I'll have to make one more order of just nothing crazy. Probably just a fuel cell and maybe a couple radiator hoses. But I think that's about it. I probably got to get a couple charge air cooler boots. I don't think I have any 2.5 inch ones. All my stuff's 3 inch. So I'll have to buy that. Nice little charge air cooler. But yeah, so follow along as we get to working back on the Burnout truck. All right, everybody, it's a new day on the mutt. Got all of our parts unpacked and went through. And Friday, today is Sunday. We packaged the end parts Thursday. I said that completely wrong. We unpacked the packages on Thursday. There we go. So Friday, I went over to my uncle's garage where he had a junk truck, Chevy Silverado, and got the rear end, leaf springs, hangers, and it had a 5.3 in it too. I figured, why not have a spare when we're holding that on the limiter a lot, and it goes kapoo. And then we can just come home and put this one in. It's already here. So yeah, there's that. And then we're putting this rear axle in. And if you remember, in the unpackaging, I got these new perches because these ones are a little bit wide. So we gotta get the U-bolts out, cut the old perches off, cut the bump stop perches off, clean everything up real good over here. Not worried about making it look too pretty, because the truck ain't pretty. But we're gonna make clean, strong welds. So we're gonna get that done today. But first, we gotta get this old axle out of here. These springs are way longer, but this frame is shorter than what this truck originally was. So I'm thinking staying with the front hanger at this cross member, which then we'll put the axle back farther. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I gotta go out and measure the bed and see how long the bed is going to be to try to get it centered in the bed so it doesn't look goofy. And then we'll go from there. But that's the plan today. We're gonna get this cut out and that put in. Let's get it. Alright. So the bed is about 105, give or take a half or two. So that's gonna be about 52.5 on the back of the cab to the center of the bed. Damn. Back a little bit farther than I thought. Yeah, that'll work pretty good because the mounting bolt center of the front hanger on the spring to the center of the spring is about 30 some inches. I don't know, I can't remember. So we put the front hanger there. That'll put it fairly close. It'll work. You know, we don't have the arch and whatnot, but it's not like there's much dippy doos and whatnot in the frame. It's not like a crazy amount. They only dipped this up to put the bump stop on. We don't need a bump stop because we don't care. It's just a beater truck. And then we'll probably have bump stops. We'll just put them on the inside of the frame, point them down. But for what this thing is, we're never going to get the axle. It's not going to be lowered like crazy. So we don't need that dip in the frame. So yeah, that's going to put the axle probably right here. Move it back about a foot. Give it a little bit more wheelbase. So yeah, let's get it cutting some rivets. Get this old one off. God, I try to walk around with the stupid stand and then it catches everything. Alright, so we went ahead and got all the heads of the rivets ground down. If you never worked on any factory suspension or whatnot, mostly even today's times, they have these, I call them huck rivets, but that's usually what holds everything together instead of bolts. And usually the way they're designed, this one's cut, it just didn't fall off. You just grind or cut the heads off or torch them off, whatever, and then you just take a punch and they should pop right out. In theory, they should. A lot of times they don't. But this frame's really clean and everything's been coming apart really easy, and I already took a bunch of other old rivets and stuff off there and they've been popping out fine. So got the shocks off. And all this old stuff impresses me. This is why I like old vehicles. I mean, this thing's been sitting outside with, you know, no coverage on the back part of the frame for God knows how long. And I mean, look at the threads on the shocks. The nuts come right off. They thread on by hand gorgeously. Yeah. Just don't make them like they used to. It's out of there. Got it all knocked off. Let me get it rolled out of here. You can see it leaves a nice clean hole when you knock them out. Gotta clean that up. Cut that useless bolt off. And we're gonna I wanna try to get at least 2 U-bolts. I mean, I'd like to get them all unthreaded. I know they're probably rotted and junk, but just for mock-up while I'm getting other ones made. So I can get it setting back in there. I'm hoping, I've never messed with this before, but this 6-bolt, granted, you know, that's junk. But I'm hoping this 6-bolt is the same as that 6-bolt, just so I have a wheel and tire to put on it temporarily. Still haven't decided what wheels I want to do on this yet. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So what I'm thinking is as the truck itself looks so old and raggedy, which I like it. I'm not dissing it. But, you know, like that and that and that. I was thinking old, like, poopy looking Steelies, kind of like they're on the back. I'm sorry, my fingers get in the video. You get used to that. But I think to offset it a little bit, throw a nice set of like black and milds on it, or chrome, or just black. But a nice shiny set of wheels. Really offset the rest. Tell me what you guys think. But we're gonna get this axle out of here. Get this one, start tearing this one down. Like I said, it shouldn't take us very long to get this one in today. I know this hanger is way wider because the frame was way wider. We'll probably have to cut it, drill new holes, put bolts through it, whatnot. The rear hangers will work perfectly fine. Obviously, you can see, as I was saying about the rivets, they've used them forever. These hangers came off of an '05 Silverado, and they still use the same style rivets. But this one will work fine. I ain't gotta do any modifications. Just drill new holes in the frame and bolt it up. So, yeah, get to it. All right, to make this a little bit easier, we want to get this one up on stands so we can spin it. I can get the impact under it and gently take the U-bolt nuts off. See, we're going to need to lift it up on stands. And what you're going to want to do to not hurt yourself is grab it and do a quick jerking motion all with your back. That's the safest way. Oh, sometimes it sucks doing everything by yourself. Oh my God, heavy. Probably gonna roll off there, break my ankle. Oh, look at that, right on. Fine. Let's give an eye on these U-bolts. Now that they're up in their teeth a little bit more. They're not that bad. Threads aren't that bad. Spray a little gook on them. These ones are questionable. But I think if we spray them up, they'll come off. See what happens. Alright, so I got them lubed up. See what happens. And we want it real gentle so we don't break them. It broke. About took my face off. Better idea. Woo. So much for that plan.
Ugh. Idiot.
See what happens on the other side. Just kind of get a little back a little bit. Oh, that's more good. Yep. Whoa. Whew. Oh, man. So that's not a good sign. The reason those ones come out is because there's a rusted hole in the axle tube, leaking rear end fluid on my floor. And if you remember from the video of that truck, it leaked rear end fluid all over my floor as well. Apparently I ain't got no luck with that. That's no bueno. Well, we're cutting and welding anyway. Probably not the greatest thing to do, but for beater burnout truck, we'll weld it and patch it up. It'll be alright. So at least I got these two to just kind of hold it somewhat in place, and then I can use these ones to go to the suspension plates and get a couple new ones bent. So now that I'm gonna rip my face off that one, we're gonna get the springs off. I'm gonna duck down, I don't know if you can see me. Get the springs off, get that axle pulled out of the way, and start cleaning this up. Alright, we're back. I always get stuff in my face. Got it. Alright. After a lot of grinding, cutting, and welding, I got the axle cleaned. Got the leaky rust hole fixed. Just for added support, I plated it with a piece of steel tube on the bottom side, just peace of mind. So, get you turned around and show you what we got. And, ooh man, excuse me. I also got one of the leaf springs mocked up with the hangers, so you can kind of get an idea of what it's gonna look like. You see, I got it all cleaned up. Like I said, I put a whole piece of pipe patch at the bottom. It didn't need it. I just tack welded the hole shut and it was fine, but with the rust being there, it made me feel better with the abuse that we're going to be putting this thing through to have that added support with the rust. So we've got those two cleaned up. And you can see what we got going on over here. See, the back hanger works out perfect. Went ahead and got 2 bolts in the top. And now what we're gonna do is this cross member, now I'm going to move it the whole ways to the back. That way you have not all this flex here, because this hanger that was originally had the cross member, and this hanger has a cross member here. So you just want it for strength, which really helps us out, because now we got room for a fuel cell right on the front side of that cross member. So, you know, this thing's all coming together. It's like it wanted to be a jumbled mess of, you know, Heinz 57 parts from a million different trucks, cars, and whatnot. But, so yeah. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead, get the other side on, get the rest of these holes drilled for there and there. That way, both of them are on, and I can get the axle brought around and get everything on stands, centered, straight, pinion angle right. That way we can get the new perches welded on to the axle. But yep, there it is. I also went ahead and from factory it had these 2-inch blocks. So I went ahead and took those out, so it'll be, give it 2 inches lower. And then hopefully once we set everything down, it should fairly be leveled out. We'll see. Also, for a good reference point, these are factory holes from the original hangers. And I used that hole. I'm gonna use this hole. I used it on that side. That way it gives an idea. I'll do that and then take measurements for the other hole so that both sides match. Yeah. pretty much everything bolted in. I just didn't do these lower holes because I got to take this back out to drill that one. And I'm going to add one hole down here. These are different bolts because this is so close to the top of the frame. I bumped down the 7/16 so I could fit everything in there behind. But yeah, so we're gonna get this thing sitting on these dollies here. I'll bump those wheels off of that, put them on there, and are a lifesaver, let me tell you. Ten and 3/8. Bam!
Damn! Peanut butter and jam!
Alright. So now what we gotta do is get it rotated. Get it angle set. Sounds like my wallet. Alright, so I got everything set up. Everything's nice side to side. Ground the perches against the axle. We're gonna get her buzzed on now. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. Got a little bit of burnout truck work. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, see you later.